Bienvenue chez Tim. Many years ago, I had a German tutor who grew up in Germany before the war. She was forced to be a Hitler Mädchen and spent her summers picking raspberries. She hated raspberries after that. Duck lends itself to raspberries quite easily, and today I'm going to make a special dish for you. Il y a longtemps, j'ai eu une tout triste allemand. Elle était une Hitler Mädchen avant la guerre. Elle a été forcée de cueillir des framboises tout l'été, donc elle n'a pas beaucoup aimé les framboises. Aujourd'hui, je vous propose un plat avec un vinaigre de framboise et magret de canard. In go raspberries into a blender along with some white distilled vinegar and also a good tablespoon of coconut sugar. And we're going to process that down. We now have more of a pulp than a vinegar, and that's what we want for this recipe. You can, of course, buy regular raspberry vinegar, but that's rather expensive and it's not as good as doing it yourself. So the next step will be to bring this to a boil for about a minute and then just strain out the seeds. Our raspberry puree has been boiled and now it's going right into a strainer. This will keep indefinitely. Let it cool and then just put it in the refrigerator. Actually, you don't even need to do that. Just put it in an airtight container and it will keep indefinitely. And we'll use some of this later on when we get ready to make our sauce. I have here oven roasted beets that have been cut up in little cubes. They're now in a blender. We're going to make a beet chutney out of this, which will go quite well with this duck. It needs a few other things. This is pomegranate juice, olive oil, a pinch of salt, Chinese 5-spice powder, and then we just process. And there you have a nice beet puree. Keep it at room temperature. It doesn't need to be kept warm, and it will be wonderful when we plate our duck. It's a shame that nutritionist food Nazis have taken such a dislike to duck. These are the people that would like you to eat boiled turkey breast with no salt on it, and perhaps on a holiday you could put a drop of lemon juice on it or something. I'm scoring the top of that duck breast. This is one of those Rohan duck from D'Artagnan. I'll leave you their contact information below. But they have this wonderful duck, which is the closest thing you're going to get to a French heritage duck. And by the way, they eat them in the south of France along with foie gras, and they live to be very old. So there really is nothing about duck that can hurt you. And it is just a wonderful, wonderful food that I think is better than any beef steak. So this now will get fried, pan fried, and then baked in a hot oven, and then let it rest 5 minutes, and we'll put it together. For the duck sauce, we begin with our raspberry vinegar. And the next thing we're going to do is add some honey into that. That's good. And then also we're going to add some pink peppercorns. These come from the Reunion Island. They're very pretty little things and they give it a lot of flavor. The vinegar is reduced. Now I'm going to add some homemade demi-glace, but that is not made of veal, it's made of vegetables, and particularly with some beet in it that's giving it a reddish color. This now gets reduced by half, and then we'll put butter in it to finish it. The sauce is now reduced enough. I'm going to shut the heat off of that, and then we're just going to finish it with a knob of butter. That's really all it needs. Then you want to keep this on back burner on warm until you're ready to serve. I'm now steaming a few baby carrots. We'll make a puree out of that for decoration purposes. You can see that I have put some turnips that I've cooked in pomegranate juice to begin. I did that just to get that color that way. And then the rest of this dish is just put together however you want in order to come out with a pretty design.